following program is sponsored by Michael W. Smith. The views expressed on the following program are those of the host and not necessarily those of staff, management, or ownership.
Phoenix, Arizona, this is Brother Mike. I'm back on the radio, HardcoreChristianity.com. Today's Bible study, The Great Reset. Coming to a world near you. Thanks for tuning into the program today. This is Brother Mike. I am the professional counselor at the Arizona Deliverance Center in Central Phoenix. We're on 15th Avenue, just south of Osborne Road, downtown. And if you take a look at our website, you will see HardcoreChristianity.com. You'll notice that we have 2 live services every week for preaching, teaching, healing, and deliverance, Thursday and Friday nights at 7 o'clock. Both services are broadcast live on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/House of Healing AZ. On the website, on the homepage, you'll see Sister Karen's there. She would like to list your house for sale. If you happen to be moving to the Phoenix area to join the Arizona Deliverance Center, she loves working with born-again Christians. My daughter Tara is also on the homepage of the website. She's a licensed therapist in the great state of Arizona. Also, when you go to the website, please sign up for our next seminar, the Encyclopedia of Biblical Spirits, Part 5. That's our last part. There won't be a Part 6. And also, please sign up for our Women's Only seminar, the 3rd Saturday of January. These things are the bomb. Highly anointed services. Sister Melissa does an excellent job in the teaching service. Also, on the 4th Saturday of every month, I hold a teaching service at the Deliverance Center on deliverance and healing. If you'd like to be a part of it, there's no charge, of course. We're in the small sanctuary on the 4th Saturday of every month. Don't forget the PayPal button on the website to send us a donation or downloading our donation app called Tithely.com. Thank you so much for your prayers and for your support. Lo, these 18 years. May God richly bless you. The Great Reset. Wow. It's being reset by the children of darkness. You've heard a lot about the Great Reset in the past. What in the world is all this stuff? Sounds like a conspiracy theory. Actually, it is not. Believe it or not, it's actually real. But let me give you some background on this thing. Because of the age of the IT, the computer, the internet, the planet is now one family. Everybody is connected over the internet. The people that don't want to be connected with each other are still connected, and they use computer programmers that we call hackers. Everybody hacks into everybody else's system. Recently, Russia or somebody else hacked into our government and got all kinds of information. It's been unbelievable. How that stuff occurs, of course, is above my pay grade. But the planet, our planet currently, we are not in the tribulation. The Antichrist is not running the planet now, but he will in the future. But right now it's run by the elites of our society, and those are principally focused on billionaires and heads of state all across the globe. Let me give you an idea how this pandemic has turned out. The billionaires and the elites wanted to thin the herd, so they had to start getting rid of people. The earth to them is too populated, so we have to start killing people off, and the best way to do it is with a virus. China agreed and sent the virus all over the world, and now, as you know, COVID-19 is plaguing the entire planet. In the meantime, billionaires are raking in more money than you could have ever imagined. They've gotten richer than they've ever dreamed during the pandemic. Pandemics are their friends. Jeff Bezos of Amazon increased his wealth by $76 billion since March 18th of 2020. Can you imagine that? Gates went up $16 billion. Zuckerberg went up $42 billion. Warren Buffett, the greatest stock market investor that ever lived, went up $12 billion. Larry Ellison went up $12 billion. That's the Oracle guy. Steve Ballmer, the retired MSN guy with Gates, that guy's wealth went up $18 billion. He owns the Los Angeles Clippers. Elon Musk, the electric car guy, okay? That guy's wealth went up $43 billion. Can you believe that? All during the pandemic. COVID-19, good for these folks. The top 10 corporations in the United States are what? Walmart, Amazon, ExxonMobil, Apple, CVS, Berkshire Hathaway, that's Buffett's outfit, United Healthcare Group, McKesson, AT&T, and number 10 is AmerisourceBergen, which is big pharma. These people have all got massively rich during the COVID-19 hoax and the other hoaxes that have swept the country, the racism hoax and all the other stuff. They have made out like bandits. Okay, there's over 2,800 billionaires on the planet Earth. The United States has most of them. They have over 600 of them. China is second. They have almost 400 billionaires. Germany and India have about 100 billionaires, and all the other countries are below 100. But recently, the World Economic Forum met in Davos, Switzerland. They were there to push an international global agenda. And what's happening is these elites and these billionaires, controlled and operated by Satan himself. Satan doesn't mess around with people like me running around Phoenix, Arizona. That's not going to happen. He has got a lot bigger fish to fry, and the planet is his big fish. He's running the whole planet now from one end of it to the other. And at this World Economic Forum in Switzerland, they pursued several agendas. Number one was the Green New Deal. Number two is COVID-19 lockdowns and restrictions. Number three was the fourth industrial revolution. That's what they call it. And what happens is, in the fourth industrial revolution, this is the Great Reset. These people want to take over the planet, and they are going to do it, and Satan is going to help them because he's setting up the planet for the big takeover, which is the beast that rises out of the sea in the book of Revelation. That's when he takes over everything. The fourth industrial revolution is a combination of the internet, corporations, big tech, biotech, heads of state, governments all over the planet. And what they're doing is they're fusing their physical, their digital, and their biological identities. Everything is going to fuse together in one worldwide government. And it's happening just like the Bible said it would. The elites, the technocrats in our society, the educated people, this is their chance. COVID-19 is their opportunity to control and manipulate society and to pull the levers of our lives. And that's the purpose of this COVID-19 thing. The whole thing's a massive hoax. And as you can tell, the thing is discriminately processed. The whole thing is a complete can of worms. The deaths, for example, of COVID-19 are hyped up and fraudulent. The numbers are massively inflated, and they know it. They're just using fear to control us. They're using lies to control us. The devil has taught them what to do and how to do it. However, some people have seen through this thing other than me. And it comes from an unusual source, too. And this is the best quote I could find on it. The Archbishop, who's in the Vatican, named Carlo Maria Vigano, he wrote a letter to Donald Trump. And in that letter, I got a copy of it. In that letter, he talks about the Great Reset, where these elites and billionaires take over the planet Earth. They don't know they're being used by Satan. They think they're doing it. But he writes in this letter, listen to this, it's really interesting, quote, he calls the Great Reset, quote, inhuman, faceless tyranny. He said it's seeking to subdue all of humanity, and that President Trump and the United States are the last wall against the deep state and the final assault of the children of darkness. This archbishop said this is worse than Nazism, communism, and fascism. They are planning on taking over the entire world. At this World Economic Summit and this Great Reset, over 180 corporations in the United States are part of it. That includes companies like Apple, Microsoft, Facebook, IBM, IKEA, Lockheed Martin, a whole bunch of others. Over almost 200 American corporations are caught up in this thing. Their theme was Build Back Better, which is what Joe Biden took for his presidential run. That was his pet phrase he stole from them. What the elites are trying to do is break down the United States, because America is the last hope for humanity from a political standpoint in the entire world. The United States has been the great beacon of freedom and the Constitution. That is being shattered and destroyed by the politicians, the Republicans, the Democrats, Biden, the whole crew. They're tearing down America. And once it's torn down, as you'll see in Revelation chapter 12, Israel evacuates during the tribulation as the Antichrist assaults, because no one is there to fight for them. And this evacuation and a final attack by the Antichrist triggers the second coming of Christ and the true New World Order. Unfortunately, the devil's not done with it. So the COVID-19 hoax is only the current one. The racism hoax, he already played that card. The quarantines, he's still playing that card. He's breaking all the small businesses in America, and he's thinning the herd by getting rid of the elderly and the disabled. He's trying to kill everybody off using COVID and euthanasia, and it's working. The election fraud, of course, has already passed. That fiasco is already done. Satan perfectly controlled that one. Nobody stopped him. He's going to pursue mass euthanasia in the very near future. There's a currency crash coming. America is going to default on their national debt. And when that happens, the economy is going to crash. Mass inflation will hit this country, and we will default on our debts for the first time ever. And just like it says in the book of Revelation, chapter 13, John looked at the sea, and he saw a beast rise out of the sea. My dear friend, as you can see from looking at the news or looking out the window, our time is very short here, and you need to make major changes in your Christian life, and I can help you. 602-636-5800. Deliverance ministries are going to boom over the next 48 months as demons take over the country. You need to learn spiritual warfare. You need to go through deliverance, and you need to stand up and fight the tyranny of Satan. The Great Reset is coming.
The views expressed on this program are those of the host and not necessarily those of staff, management, or ownership. This program was sponsored by Michael W. Smith.